Hello, hello, welcome back. So this is my second time recording this. I just did a Windows update last night and I tried recording and all of a sudden everything just ran poorly and I don't know how. But that's okay. We're here now. Technically not everything's sorted out on my end, but I just kind of got a mood to still talk about Beatdown anyway. I'm like, I might as well do it now while I'm feeling it. So yeah. This is part 2 of ranking all the Law Beatdown characters for Law Beatdown. I forgot Viola and Psycho Dad in the part 1. That's the first time I've ever forgotten characters. It was bound to happen at some point, but I am surprised it took this long. But I guess, like, it makes sense, because there's so many characters in Law Beatdown. Like, I guess I'm bound to miss a few at some point. I will say for this part, this is going to be really weird, because in the first part I have more to talk about, because obviously they're the older characters, but for a lot of these characters, they're like very complex. They're very hard for me to talk about. Like, I feel like I might degrade and just say, oh, they're all pretty good. Yeah, they're all pretty great. Some might feel a little bit more simple than others, so they're good. So I mean, like, I have nothing. I mean, that's the thing. I have nothing but praise for Beatdown. So I apologize if I don't have as much to add this time, but I will try and like just add in wherever I can, because I do think some of these characters are interesting. But if you're looking for like actual balance stuff, oh god no. Like, especially here, like you would have to look to another creator for that. I don't know. All these guys are crazy. Anyway, we're starting with Viola, the Beat the Dreamer, the RPG Maker character. Is this like the first? Yeah, no, this is not, because like the To the Moon characters are here. What am I thinking of? Viola is such an interesting addition to not just this Law, but I feel like to the Law as a whole. She's very different from what you would expect from a lot of Dreamers. Obviously she has the thing where she can like summon stuff, like as like all Dreamers do. They have that thing where they just do stuff from the game, but it fits especially well for Viola, considering, you know, the backstory and all that of who this person is. But also on top of that, she's one of the more complex Dreamers, and I keep forgetting this. Viola has a unique gimmick. Like, obviously she wants to set up chases and such, but like the cat is like so insane. So Viola is complex in that as a match goes on and she just like is like doing damage, she can just exchange it for a buff at any point. And this is just kind of something that's going to happen naturally. It's not something that will ever become overwhelming, because like, I think realistically she's only ever going to get, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 within a match. So like, you still have to actually, like, you know, decide what you want and like be careful with it. But they are very specific changes in like what they do. Like, she gets a whole new Psybe, like that changes like how that projectile functions. She gets a power boost. She can get a flat power boost, and then she can just get straight up new smash attacks. Which is weird. It's so weird. Like, this is like, it's not like where you would go like for a lot of these other characters who increase their stats. Like, oh, I do this and I just get this flat stat off this one move. No, this is just a mechanic that is baked into her design that you kind of have to, like, you know, juggle how to interact with. And I like that, because if you know, the cat from the witch's house is, like, you know, really, really important. And overall, I think Viola's moveset is basically, like, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. She's got, like, a lot of good new sprites for, like, obviously the MV version that's available right now. I think a lot of her ults are wonderful. I think she's one of the best lore characters, personally, in the entire community for me, and how she's handled and how all of the references to her source are handled. The only thing that I've always kind of like felt like I want to see more of this character is like there's one key thing I feel like this character is missing, and it's not a deal breaker for me, obviously, but I do still feel like it's really important. So how Frisk and Chara, you can choose, like, Frisk has the ability to choose which, whether to fight or mercy, and then Chara is just like all fight. And then obviously Viola has an Echo Fire, which is just Ellen, who does not use the cat, and she just gets like a roulette of stuff. And Viola just kind of like has this very complex mechanic. I think there's a big missed thing here where like there should be something if Viola chooses not to engage with the cat. Because if you know from the witch's house, the big real true ending that you can get is, well, as you know, the cat is how you save your game, but you have to play through the entire game without ever saving and never dying once, and just like you get to the end. It's like a really tough challenge, but like I really think there's like something missing in Viola's kit, like that should acknowledge that in some way. Like give me like a unique win animation where if Viola like actually like never uses the cat the entire game and she always gets that victory screen. It just kind of like to show respect to the character, the player, that yeah, you did really damn good. You didn't even need the cat. Like, I don't know. I don't even think I need like something in gameplay. I think I need something like that because that is such an important thing to the witch's house that it is a shame it's not here. But like other than that, I mean like, yeah, I mean like there's like all the stuff you would expect here. I think that the default teddy bear is slow, but by default it is kind of just nice to have. Yeah, I don't have much to add. I think overall she is probably so good. I think I'll actually put her at the maybe top of so good. I really like this character. I do feel like there's like, if there was like that element of whether or not you engage with the cat, if there was like even just a little bit, tiny bit of flavor with there, she would probably go into near flawless for me. But otherwise, I think yeah, she's just really good. And then Psycho Dad. So Psycho Dad is weird, you know? Maybe it's just me. I love Psycho Dad. Like, I think Psycho Dad is great. I think he's like animated like incredibly well. But like I don't know what it is about him. Like I think in lore he's fantastic. I think he's hilarious in lore. But there's something about him that just is kind of eh. I don't know why. I feel like if Shad has like constantly teased the thing where like you can like he was gonna do a multi-man smash and he was just gonna destroy a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like I kind of need that, because as is right now, I feel like Psycho Dad is neat. His moveset is cool, but it's like very simple. At the end of the day, it kind of is like a roulette stuff. He does the funny table flip. He has the funny back out, which is like a really slow move, and it's huge. But like, I don't know. Every time I look at this character, he fits really well. Don't get me wrong, he fits perfectly in Law Beatdown. But like, I can't help but feel like comparing him to like other characters within Law Beatdown. Like, I love Stephen Quire so much. Like, he's hilarious. Like, maybe he needs a little bit more funny in him. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's just too vanilla. I don't know why. Maybe in there's like more of his normals, I would be able to appreciate him a lot more. Like, I just need to see him in like actual action and like doing cool stuff with his kid, and I can really like him a lot more. But like, as is, I think he's neat. I think I'll put him at like the top of he's neat. I don't know what it is about him. He's just one of those characters that doesn't stand out to me as much compared to a lot of the other characters within this Law. But he's still not bad. I just need to see more of him, I feel like. And then we have Kieran. So yeah, I've talked about it on stream a couple of times. I mean, just like Shad, I am a massive Fire Emblem fan. I used to play a crap ton of Fire Emblem Heroes. I only just stopped like 2 years ago. I just couldn't keep up with it anymore, and I got sad that Niles was never. He didn't get anything since year 1, so I got super burnt out of it. But Chad's still like he's definitely like still super duper into heroes, and Kieran is like amazing. Kieran's great. I think most of Kieran's kit is basically like perfect. He's got a lot of personality included in him. And he's just so good. I think the one thing I would like to see more of, I mean, his animations have gotten a lot better. I just want to see more normals with Kieran, because there's like so much cool stuff he could do. I guess like the one thing I would like to see is, I feel like the final Smash, even back then, I was like, it's okay. I mean, obviously Dragon Emblem, dragons like are a big thing with Fire Emblem. But when I think of like a final Smash, Kieran, like, I guess it kind of goes to a small problem. Kieran's whole design is that he doesn't fight himself. He summons other people to fight for him. But as Fire Emblem Heroes went on, he kind of learned a tiny bit. Like, he's still someone who should never be on the front lines, like, whatsoever. He really shouldn't be. But the characters have, helped him learn a little bit to like actually like shoot his gun and like do stuff. He became a playable unit within Mjolnir Strike. A lot of the finales of many of the book chapters, he shoots a big beam and he kills the big bad. He technically can dual wield Braid Blix, because he gets a second one. So I think there's definitely potential for him to, like, I don't know, maybe like get a jab, like a throw, or even just replace the Final Smash outright with a giant beam that is more fitting from his source. But then I'm kind of thinking, like, how do you fit in the dragons to his moveset? Like, I feel like it's weird. Like, if you represent Kieran better, I feel like you're representing Fire Emblem Heroes a little bit worse. But, like, Fire Emblem Heroes is also a thing where, like, units come and go all the time, so I don't know. I think he's overall pretty solid, though. A lot of the stuff is there that should be there. I think I'll put him in, like, near flawless. I mean, like, he's basically what you would expect, I think, if you put Kieran into Smash. People have done other, like, what if Kieran was in Smash types of videos. Delzathan did one of those. But I always keep coming back to this one. I'm like, yeah, this is, like, basically what I would like to see. And it just good. I think the only thing I will say, before I continue on, is Alphonse, Sharina, and Anna, they absolutely need to be more present in, like, the lore, for one, because, like, I get why, like, they aren't, because, like, Kieran is the star of the show, but considering they are there, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it is. I would like to see maybe even Alphonse get a moveset in Law Beatdown at some point, because I feel like they aren't present enough at the same time. Maybe like in classic mode, whenever Kieran, like, wins, they should speak up and have, like, quotes for the enemy instead of Kieran. That would be a cute little way to continue doing, because otherwise they only really appear in his victory animations. I don't know. This is more of a small thing for me, though. And then Chara. I feel like Chara is, like, basically what you would expect. Chara, I mean, is Chara honestly just, like, perfect? Because, like, whereas, like, Frisk is Frisk, Chara is, like, I mean, like, for the uppy, it's kind of like, I don't know what, but I mean, also, I don't know what you were going to do to begin with. I mean, yeah, like, he's exactly what you would expect. No complaints here. I don't have much to add. Just go look at, I don't know how much I said about Frisk back then either. He's well animated. He has the funny glare that stuns you. Yeah. Ellen. So Ellen is really cool. I think adding Ellen as an Echo Fighter makes so much sense. I love her even more from a lore perspective. From like a design perspective, I mean, like, yeah, she's basically also, again, what you would expect from if you were taking the witch's house and you had a character who had maybe less control, a little bit more, but also less control of the house. I think one thing I would like to see is maybe the final smash is a little bit like, I don't know, the final ending bit of it has like a lot less impact. It's too quiet. I would like to see maybe some more like sound or audio SFX added in to make it feel a little bit more stressful. Honestly, I feel like what would really enhance it is like, this is like not like, you don't have. I feel like this is way too much, but I feel like if you wanted to enhance this move a lot more, like the current version should be if there's multiple people on the stage, and if it's just one, like one-on-one, it should trigger like an actual escape segment from the original game, where like it's literally just like a platforming segment, and you literally have to run away from Ellen. I think, or just like something like that, you know? I think that would really go a long way in like, because I mean, on a small stage, she does move really fast, but I don't know, it's not the same at the same time. I think there needs to be a little bit something more, but otherwise, I think I still like it. I think she's also so good. I feel like she kind of goes down near John, maybe a little bit below John, just for the final smash, like lacking a little something. But otherwise, she's good. I do like she also turns people into portraits. I think that's, yeah, she does it. It's not Viola does it. It is Ellen, and I love the portrait so much. That inspired me for Law Chaos a little bit, but it was mostly Yumineko. But this did inspire me a little bit too, just because I like portrait and art stuff being represented in movesets. Darkiplier. Yes, Darkiplier is like, I love Darkiplier's moveset so much. And I feel so bad for Shad, because like, oh my god, what the fuck are you gonna do to animate everything else from? I know like he summons like Markiplier to do a lot of his like normals as like a big floating aura. And then he swaps out for some of the melee weapons for like his big fancy cane. But like, I know you definitely like, there definitely needs to be like something else, you know? But I don't know what you would do. I would love to see more of this character. I mean, obviously you're kind of, I feel like you have to take shortcuts with this character because he is just like, he's Darkiplier. But he's like so fucking cool. I remember when I first saw this character, and like his taunts are amazing. Like he has probably some of like the best taunts in this Lawl period. Like, I don't even remember like all of them off the top of my head, but like, enjoy or stay. I don't even remember. I need to watch it again. I know I'm gonna bring it up. Fuck it, because this dude's cool. I love him. Oh yeah, I need to say this really quick. I love this. I love that Star KO so much. Just stop! You know, I wonder if it would be interesting if, whereas like Markiplier uses a lot more of like his general, all of his stuff, like all of his stuff from YouTubing, all of his skits and everything. What if like Darkiplier took more from like, again, the darker aspects of Markiplier's stuff in his normals, like where he gets angry even more. I keep getting a hunch that I feel like Markiplier's new Final Smash is going to be him exploding like he does it in all the Rage games that he can't do anymore. Because it makes him that mad, and like an angry Markiplier is always like genuinely like freaking insane. So it would be cool if like Darkiplier just had more of that baked into his tilts, where he kind of just like does that. It's just him flipping out.
If you're ready to fight, why don't you come on then?
I think it's the second one.
You seem to like to try things that are destined to fail.
Fuck you! I love this taunt so much, dude. Like, that's so fucking. That would like make me so mad in the middle of a match if like I was down like 2 or 3 stocks and like a Darkiplier did this to me. I would probably turn the game off. I would be fucking upset. This is like the best taunt in Law Beatdown, hands down. Darkiplier is like fucking amazing, dude. Also, I'm not related to Darkiplier in general, but I thank you, just to Shad, for making amnesia. Not amnesia. I don't remember what it's called. Editing Hibla here. It's Vanish. I don't know why I just forgot that it was called Vanish, but yeah, it's called Vanish. Side note, you should totally check it like out how many videos he did on this game that like it should only be like 15 minutes long. He has like hours of footage of just not being able to beat this game. It drove him to insanity. It is really good. Also check out Vapor. I remember really liking that whenever it came out. Anyway, back to the video. Haha. But this is a game that Markiplier, it's like one of the games that Markiplier struggled with like the longest and on his entire channel. Like, whereas everyone else had like an easy time with it, it took him like a whole year to beat this game. Like he was staying over at the Game Crumbs place trying to beat it at one point. He went back and forth from his old and new home beating this game, and like he just could not do it. It like he just had like the worst luck. Great idea for a Darkiplier stage. This is like pure concentrated evil, like in like the Markiplier's worst like game he ever like he just could not get through. Like I love it so much. Yeah, Ed Faves easily. I don't care. I love his moveset. I love it. I love his personality. I think he blows Markiplier out of the water. And it's insane to say that. Like, he's just, like, so good. I love him so much. Eduardo. Am I cheating? But I think I need to put him up. I want to put him in, like, Heb faves, too. But, like, ever since I saw him, I've just liked this character's vibe. It's funny how in, like, the lore, he's characterized as, like, you know, oh, I'm so much better than you. I don't know how he's, like, in the original show. I always assumed that, like, you know, they're rivals, but it's more, like, in one direction for the most part. And even then, Ed usually has the last laugh. But it feels like in Law, like, he's better. He is just genuinely better than Ed. Like, obviously, he came much later, but he's already, like, doing a lot of crazy good stuff for the mansion. I could see, like, obviously how bad that would be for Ed. It makes me interested because obviously it keeps teasing that he's gonna get possessed by Markiplier, so I can't wait to see Ed and Mark eventually have to find like a common enemy in this dude who was just like letting his ego control him, and like having like a character that is targeting both Mark and Ed. And then he can't help him. And then you have a character on the inside that really wants to kill Ellen, I mean Viola, Ellen. So like you have like three voices there, and then you have Chara, who is like I can only imagine what Chara is like. You know, like this is like an idea that is doomed to fail because it's way too much like energy directed in a billion different directions. So I can't wait for whenever that eventually starts coming up. But Eduardo's also just kind of cool. As like in the character and lore. I love how he's just kind of outside of like his beef with Ed. He does kind of like weirdly feel chill. Like I could see him hanging out with a lot of the other people, especially in that thing recently with Harry freaking Potter's like the ending thing. Like they're all just kind of hanging out. Like I love that so much. I feel like they could all be friends there. I don't know why. Moveset wise, he's literally just like a little different. A little bit different from Ed. I definitely feel like maybe he's not as good as Ed though, because Ed's like his upbeat. He can't act out of it at the end. He doesn't have the tether. He doesn't have a lot of the cool stuff Ed has, but I mean he's still decent. He's still pretty good. I think he's a character that you would definitely play for more for his personality than Ed, where you play him because he's just really good, maybe too good. I don't know. Look, I don't know what you want me to say. I did a whole video on why PPG is, like, perfect as, like, a character for Law Beatdown. Just, like, as an empty slot, he's probably one of the best empty slot characters ever made. He's just good. He fits tonally so well with Beatdown. He knows a lot of the sources that are in Beatdown. He's a Homestar fan. I mean, like, yeah, he just makes sense. He was the character, like, I feel like everyone was like, just, he has to be here. Like, this is, like, his law. And His moveset is just perfect. It's like just objectively perfect. And I know I say that, I don't say that very often about many Lawl characters, but PBG is definitely a character where I would say, like, he is perfect. Like, there is nothing wrong with his moveset. I think balance-wise, he's perfectly fine. I think moveset-wise, everything fits. It takes from every single aspect of his, like, how he does his content perfectly. His normals are very goofy. He transforms. He can hack himself and do some crazy shit, because his hacking stuff is probably some of his most popular things. And a lot of his tools are just about, like, breaking in and, like, getting to the opponent. But it's, like, it's just so funny at the same time. Goes Ride the Whip. I remember not really remembering this reference at first, but I think this is important because PBG has a habit of, like, would have a habit of, like, rapping or doing, like, music from in a lot of his videos, especially in, like, a lot of his top 10 rankings. And so I feel like some reference to that had to be here. He has 4-3 and, like, as one of his throws, if you know, like, the Zelda rap that was a part of. That makes sense to be there. But, like, this also fits really well as part of his general design, where, like, he wants to latch onto people and break through and then just not get off of them. While also just being, like, a big funny car, and it's just silly. He do Ghost Ride the Whip. And then up B, he has a very silly, he does a lot of Goodwill stuff, like a lot of Goodwill gaming, a lot of, like, just that kind of stuff. And also, again, he does a lot of live action skits, so something had to be here, where he's kind of just fumbling something. It just makes sense. And then obviously Smiley Man, dude, we all know who Smiley Man is. We love Smiley Man. Smiley Man's Smiley Man. I don't need to explain why Smiley Man is, like so important to PBG, especially early PBG. So you're getting every single era of PBG, and you're like, oh wait, what about, like, the new stuff? I don't really see a lot of his, like, crazy stuff. Well, you know. My god. Oh my god, dude. Like, this is... Like, look, I am not being biased at all. Like, he is, like, I'm definitely not as big of a PBG fan anymore, so I wouldn't put him in Heb faves. But I think, if I am looking at all of these characters objectively, PBG is genuinely just a perfect, like, there's nothing wrong with him whatsoever. I think, like, he's just great. He's just perfect. He only gets even better in a lore context when you realize, like, just how insane he is. So yeah. And then we have Stu. So Stu is funny. I love Stu so much. I think he's really well animated. I think a lot of people love Stu. His whole thing is that he invents stuff. He puts a lot of toys on the stage. I've always loved just the concept of him in this Law. Like, I love the door traps. I love, what is it called? Like his up B, where he does he goes like, "No, I'm going in." Like, I don't know what it is about that I really, really like Stu's, all of his, like, audio, him on the audio end, just because, like, he just sounds like he's having a great time. The only thing I think I would say is that I wish his upbeat had more, like, audio clips for it. Where is it? Like, that, it's that same thing every single time. I do hope it would use I want to see it updated in the future to, like, use... Hold on a second. Where is it? Where is it at?
Racing into the wind. I'm going in.
Like, there's like so many cool like I like how that sounds. I kind of wish more of those audio cues were actually using his upbeat to kind of like make it a little bit more interesting every time I use it. Like, I don't know, like I just like it just sounds cool. I want more. I want more, honestly. I will say this is one of the characters I do have a lot more to say about balance-wise. I know a lot of God, sorry. I think it's cool, like, how a lot of his normals and special smash attacks have stuff where it's like protecting him and he's shifting his hitboxes. I like that conceptually. He can also put a lot of the stuff on the stage though. I could see like maybe that being tweaked a little bit because he can put down a lot on the stage, like 3 of these, including like 2 of the door stoppers, I believe, and then the little sleepy ball thing. It's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot. I definitely think that could be simplified down a little bit. I don't know. I think it does reflect the fact that he is like a hectic toy creator, and a lot of stuff doesn't turn out the way he expects it to. A part of me wonders if there should be more of an element of like the toys kind of exploding back in Stu's face too. And maybe that's just me. I don't know, because I know in like the show, a lot of his stuff doesn't really go anywhere, and a lot of the stuff doesn't actually do what it like work out perfectly. So maybe a good way to balance it would be to like make the door stoppers also hurt him, obviously, which they do bounce him up already. But maybe like the toys, like little dolls, can also hurt him a little bit. I don't know. It's complicated. I still think he's good though. I think he's at the bottom of so good though, because I definitely see where he can be improved. But yeah, it's a Dangeresque. This is a character I feel like that was a long time coming, because like I feel like Shad couldn't really decide how he wanted to include the Dangeresque stuff on Strombat without it being like forced. So he's like, why don't I just like make another one? Like, why don't I just make a Dangeresque? I love how it is just Strombat though, with sunglasses. Like in lore, there is no Strombat and Dangeresque. Dangeresque does not have his own room, like a lot of these other Echo fighters probably would. Well, I suppose Tord also doesn't have his own room in the mansion either. But yeah, like it's funny to me. I feel like at the same time though, I've never been super crazy about Dangeresque's moveset. Like, it's funny. I love like the stun double. I think he is just genuinely really funny. He goes "Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo." And then the final smash is good. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to jump," and all that jazz. Like, it's funny. It's funny. But I don't know. I feel like I don't really see, like, I don't know. I feel like I need more with this character at the same time, you know? I don't know what it is. I feel like I just need more of him to appreciate him more. As of right now, I feel like he's more so just funny, if anything. He's a fun little extra that we get because he's here. And so was Strombat. And then Spamton? The biggest surprise character. I feel like this character still kind of surprises me, but like I always go back to watch the Peepus Room video from Shad. When are we getting the Peepus Room stage, Shad? When are we getting it? Like, we just need a room full of Peepus. Where's all the Peepus? Where's all the Peepus? But yeah, I think Spamton's like really good, like really good. Like he's got a lot of crazy stuff. He has like so much shit he can put on the stage. It's kind of nuts. It's like really nuts. I feel like Spamton is definitely a character that could be toned down, but like he's also so well animated. I kind of like that things can go so wrong so fast for him, and he's like so many ways to be a little shit. I kind of don't want him to be nerfed at the same time. I don't know. I really like him. He's just a funny little guy. I would like to see him more in lore. Again, that's another character I want to see more in lore. Like, I want to see his interview when he gets, when he goes in Because obviously we saw like how he sees the all the heart-shaped object and all that jazz. I want to know more. I want to know more about what his deal is so bad. Give it to me. I want to see him try and sell himself to Ozpin or Asgore. I don't know. Mrs. Mavilda. I'm putting her in flawless for firewood. Yeah, like, no. Okay, on a serious note, this character is fucking amazing. Like, she's probably like one of the best. Like, she's not a joke character inherently. She's just not. Like, but she is meant to be a bad character, like on purpose. She's meant to be funny bad. She's from a very bad movie. She has terrible animation, but she's a terrible person, and yet I love this character. I think she is like amazing. I feel like she's one of those. She's kind of like Mike Vincent from Lawl Nova, where like she's obviously not meant to be someone you like, but she has like, I don't know. She doesn't have charisma, I would say, but like she's funny. Like I like she's so bad. It loops around to being awesome. It's funny. I think she's just cool. She's like one of those characters I love and love in lore a lot. I'll get to that after I talk about her moveset though, because I want to talk about it. I actually do want to talk about it. So obviously she can summon the orphans. That's a sentence. Obviously she can summon the orphans. I feel like the aspect of the orphans isn't used enough. I like the idea of her summoning orphans. I think there needs to be more interactions with her using the orphans. I feel like that's just like so funny and core to her character. I need more. Like, I need more of it. I don't know what you would do. I don't know what you would do. I know in the movie, I think one of the girls, like, falls off a cliff. I don't know, maybe you could do a side smash when you drop a child off the ledge like villager bowling ball. I don't know. I just need more. Maybe if you put the tree, and like the children won't gather around it or something, or maybe they perform better around the tree. That would be funny. I just need more. I know her point is to be bad, because it turns out you're always bad when you're good. I don't know. She got better. I don't know. She's funny, okay? She's great. She's probably like, she's not a best character, I feel like, but I think I kind of have to put her in best, you know? Because like that is kind of just what her archetype is meant to be. It's meant to be she's definitely probably one of the better bad movie source characters. I kind of want to put her, because I put Wabu up really high. Yeah, I think I'll put her up at like maybe near flawless. She's great, very wonderful character. I'm glad she got revealed early via the empty slot. As for lore, I weirdly like her a lot. I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, I don't know much about JoJo, but every time I think about her interaction with Darby and her, like, that, like, I want to get a commission someday of her and Darby just, like, having a drink together or something. Not even, like, doing their game. I just don't know why. Like, I see them being, like, such genuine, like, good friends. Like, beyond just, like, you know, the other stuff, or like all of her other friends in the movie that we barely know anything about. I don't know why. Like, this like once he like kind of, when she's like, yeah, let's play again, even after she had her soul taken, and Darby's like, oh, okay, you wanna play again? Like, that was just really wholesome. Like, and even the narrator's like, well, that's pretty great, awesome. Well, how great from Mrs. Matilda. Like, I made that, like, what a weirdly sweet and positive ending to like that. Like, despite how awful of a person she is, like, I want to see more of her and Darby just being friends. Like, just like they just have a wonderful vibe. I love it so much. All right, here's the character I was, or the characters, I was afraid to get to. I remember. I've always loved this Garnet. I've always loved this character, but like I was afraid of talking about them because they're just like they're a 3-in-1 character. But unlike I think the Sega Hard Girls, these are like 2 of these characters are like super fucking complicated, dude. Like they have like so much to talk about. I think Garnet is the simplest character, but even then, like she has a lot. I will say, Multiverses just announced that it was canceled. It's going away today. Big fucking rip. I've never played Garnet in that game like once at all. I know some people like her, but I just never felt the desire to play it. Garnet, I've always liked her Lawl moveset a lot more. I don't know why. I love Future Vision. Future Vision, that's also one of the best taunts too. But as a move, it's great. I love the bouncing projectile. It reminds me of like a Pikachu's static neutral beat or whatever. It has like a but it sounds even nicer. It just has a ring to it. I think I would honestly put her like so good. She's definitely like more simple, so I'll probably put her like above John. But like she's also just still really cool. Amethyst I think is cracked. I think Amethyst might be like the best character of this trio. I've always like I don't know what it is. Like she's a grappler. She has the big hitting, big hitboxes. Maybe she is like too strong, like because her hitboxes are huge. But I also kind of like that. And maybe I don't know. I just love this character a lot. I think she's also probably gonna go up on So Good. Maybe like yeah, like right here. I love her spin dash. I love all her like the whip cracks. I love all her grappling moves. She looks really amazing in motion. I think out of all 3 of them, she looks the best in motion. I don't know what it is about her, but she just looks really great. And then Pearl. Pearl is like really weird. This is like a very minor criticism, and I imagine it was also probably just tough in general trying to get all these sprites for all these characters. But I think Pearl is the one where like I was watching the video, and it was hardest to make out like what her expressions were in her sprites. Like I think she was the one that I kind of struggled to be the most legible. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But overall, I still like her moveset. It's definitely different. She summons like a guard that kind of like it's basically 2 of her on the stage at once if she wants. And then she has a giant like recovery that it's probably like the best recovery of the 3, weirdly enough. She also has like a really amazing like attack animations. Like obviously like the other 2 are great, but I feel like hers are like the best looking. Yeah, I think I also have to. I think overall I like these 2 the most. Maybe I'll put Amethyst higher. And then Garnet is like not far behind. I don't know what it is about Garnet. I mean, she is meant to be simple, but like, I just love these 2. Like these 2 just have a vibe that I really like. But like I think overall they are like I think they are maybe. There's also just like a lot of Easter eggs slipped into their character, like whenever they go to sleep, because I guess gems can't sleep. I don't know what the lore is. I never watched the show. It shows a little like thing above, like a little memory or whatever. I just thought that was sweet. So maybe balance-wise, they might be a little bit too good. They honestly might just be way too good. Especially as like a tag team, they're like I think they barely. I mean, they have clear weaknesses, but in a package, I still feel like they're really strong. But I'm not equipped to talk about these. Again, these are like the really complex characters. You will not make me look at frame data for these guys or these gems. Vriska. So Vriska's cool. I like Vriska. She's a great idea of a luck character where like obviously she can roll for random stuff, but she also has one of her special moves is literally built around like what if I could just decide what I wanted at any point, and then I could also buff that. And unlike the other Homestuck characters, she just fights with her fists, I've noticed, which I kind of like that. Like John has the hammers, Karkat has the sickles. I forget her name. The girl, like, I forget her name from, Nova. She fights with guns. But, like, she's just bare knuckles. And, like, she's doing a lot of cool shoryukens. She does a lot of slide kicks and such. She's just really cool and stylish. She feels very different from the other Homestuck characters in a very refreshing way. She doesn't even have a Sylladex, which makes her stand out even more. She was released on her, like, on Vriska Day, which, like, I mean, yeah, I feel like I have to put her in, like, near Flawless as well. She was very, very welcome. She's great. Yeah. Honestly, she might go into Flawless, but I feel like I'm thinking of the Nick Cage thing. One of her moves. Oh my god, do I put her in Flawless? I'll see what the comments say. I feel like she could go up in Flawless because, like, she was just a very well executed character overall. And the batter. Oh my god. I think I already talked a little bit about why I like the batter so much in the streams and things. The batter is just great. He's just fantastic. Especially for, like, a fully hand-drawn character. You clearly had to take some liberties on how he would move for some special moves, but it all just feels right in character for him. Dash with Courage, I think is what it was called. I love how that move looks so much. I love how all of the funny O's, the Alpha Omega, and I forget the other one's name is. Orville, because I know Markiplier called it Orville, I think. No, we call it Omega Orville. That's right, that's right. He's great. I love the idea that, spoilers, obviously, the Final Smash could have very easily been the bad batter, and you didn't do that. You actually made it like what happens when the batter clears a zone, which is, like, so cool. Like, I love that so much. It shows, like, you don't need to, like, sometimes, like, the Final Smash for a character doesn't need to be what, like, you're expecting it to be, like a transformation. It could be something even more impactful that happens before that. It's the step before. Yeah, Batter's just great. He's just, like, I think I'll also put him in near Flawless. I think down to, like, the micro detail, he's just pretty wonderful. I think the big problem comes out from him, where I feel like he's got, like, so many things he can do with all of his, like, helpers. And I feel like a lot of those helpers' special moves are a lot more bleh than others. I feel like I would need to see them in motion, or if he can carry his momentum with it in the air, as we talked about on stream once. I think if there's a character I would like to see in a 1v1, or something like that, or just like in a big boss fight where using a bunch of characters, I would like to see the batter. I would like to see the batter, like, in motion, using a lot of those special moves a lot. And Čeda, holy crap. So I think I've said it before, but I think one of the signs of an amazing Lawl character is I don't know a single thing about them, and then you can make a moveset for it, and then I'm instantly, like, a massive fan. That's what happened to me with Blockhead, and he didn't have a moveset yet. This character got a moveset, and he's great. I don't know who he is. But I love him. Čeda is, like, awesome. He has the funny, like, he has an air dash. He has a glide. He has, like, a funny little, like, micro movement uppy. He's, like, his whole thing is based on, like, old 2000s memes. He's insane. He's hilarious. I love how he's animated. I love that jab. You know, let's just go back to it really quick. Where is it? Because that in the start. Let's go to that cool little thing he do. I love that move right there, like, so much. I love, like, like a lot of the obviously a lot of this combo, like he's dropping it like really hard. Like Tord is clearly like landing like right here. Like at that point, like he Tord could react back, but the side tilt it's into side smash because it has a charging hitbox, and then he can just let his arm go, and then he just flies. Oh man, you won me over so fast to this character. It's like again, if you can convince me on a character being amazing within like a minute or under like 2 minutes, you're doing something great. This is one of those characters. This is great. Yeah, this is just great. I like. I mean, he is chaos. He is chaotic. As the guy who is making Law Chaos, of course I would like him. So I will put him in head faves. I think I'll honestly even like put him like up top. Like he is like objectively probably my favorite Law Beatdown character right now. Yeah, he's great. He's so fucking funny. I love this character. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I know it's cool, bro. Just so, yeah. So yeah. Spinel. Oh my god, this character like was a long time coming. Like, she was teased like ages ago, and now that she's finally here, even like before like Ruby Rose, is crazy. I love her. She has like something I don't talk about in Law very often is like you have to be really careful when you decide I'm going to make a unique gimmick for a character that requires them to have like a unique thing or whatever made specifically for that character. Where like it has a neutral B where she can like transform the character to when they first started their journey. Which is like such a freaky concept to think about, but it's a great excuse to slip in more references for each character. Obviously, like a Homestar and like a Tom, they transform into like their original designs when their series first started. I can only imagine what the batter would look like. Would he just turn it into like his sprite? But like, I don't know. Like, I can only imagine what he would look like. Genuinely. I want to see that used showcased at some point so bad. I think she's animated like amazingly well. She's great. She's bouncy. She's stretchy. I think it was definitely an amazing showcase of Shad, just showing like how much better your animation has gotten. But also like I feel like this character like it kind of puts Dan Backslide to shame in a lot of ways because like just how much she got to show off with her normals. I need to see more of Dan Backslide to make up for that now. Like that's why I kind of ranked him so low. Is like he's cool, but like I need to see more of him. Spinel got to like really stretch, like not just like her arms, but her legs, got everything. Like it's nuts. It's genuinely nuts. I don't know what to say. Like she's just great. She's a cool scythe character. She's animated very fluidly. She's without even though she has a lot of big attacks, they're balanced out by the fact that they have frame data, they're slow, or they have a lot of wind up for reaching as far as they do. Like it's just good. It's just good. I think I actually will put her above the Crystal Gems. I just really like her a lot. Oh no. So Harry freaking Potter is. I still need to make a video just talking about that moveset, like the lore in that moveset in general. I don't know if I will. I'll see. Harry freaking Potter is he's very different. I think he's a character that we've all were kind of just like so happy for when he finally arrived. Like the level of detail put into animating this guy is fucking nuts. It's genuinely insane. Like, holy crap, Shad. Like, it is wild how good he's animated. Despite that, and it really, really, really pains me to say this, whereas, like, Mama Umbridge, I feel like she is really strong, and she has, like, fun quirks that make her, like, her being strong interesting. Like, she has infinite, but it's balanced well. Harry freaking Potter, it said outright that he's not really much of a fighter, so he has to charm people. Good God, he really is not much of a fighter. He's animated amazingly well, but oh my God, he is like, he's really bad. I feel like he's one of those characters where he's obviously balanced around like debilitating the opponent, like Jelly likes drinks and all that stuff. But like, I think he has a down B where like he can put the thing over him, and he walk around really slowly. And then his up B is just like, it's barely a recovery. I'm sorry, I need to pull up like his video. I just want to stress again, by the way, like this character is like amazing. He's brilliant. Like that little bit right here. Let me just go back to it really quick. That little hand flick is like as an idle animation. Oh, it's such a small detail, but it's really good. I love it so much. But he's like so bad. Like I need to show this up B. Like it is like. I get it. Okay, I get the idea. It is funny. It's so funny because obviously he is a character from a stage play, a very silly stage play. So not only do creative liberties have to be made, but it's also playing up that fact because it is just genuinely like silly. But like, at that point you could just get attacked back. Like you will. This is like Marth's side B, but like if it was like negative on like every single hit, and I love it. It's hilarious. Yeah, you can aim it. That's cool. Also, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, look at that. It, like, you know, I think there are Lawl Nova recoveries, or I mean, OG Lawl pre-patch Lawl Nova update recoveries that were better than that. But like, I think it's funny. Like, it sucks. Cause like, I feel like that is the point. You know, he's Harry freaking Potter. He's meant to be. He doesn't know how to fight. Whereas like Umbridge is representing the funny, silly, powerful Umbridge, Harry freaking Potter is just a dude. He really is just a dude. But he's like so funny. I need to play the chaos sounds really quick. I just need to see. I mean, where's the one? Yeah, this is the one, I think. Okay, so not only does this look like fucking amazing, by the way, I just need to point that out again, like, holy crap. Like, holy shit. This is amazing. This is, like, actually, like, amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it is clear that he's not meant to be, like, a good character. That is entirely within the point. But, like, I feel like at the same time, he's, like, too bad. Like, he's too bad. Like, he's way too bad. Like, I mean, I know my guy. He's a charmer. Like, you gotta give him a little bit of something. Like, at least make his like recovery good, or not make it like his uppy negative on the ground. So I will put him in funny. Honestly, he actually might be below Watts for me. I think he is. Like, which is such a shame because like, I think he is like so funny. I think he is like, no, actually, I'm gonna put him on top of funny. Fuck it, I don't care. He is so funny. He's so funny. I love this character. He won me over in his personality so fast. He makes me want to see more characters from the source. Like the Harry Potter musicals are like just, I need to watch them now. I think this is hilarious. But god, this dude is so bad. Which is great. Every game needs to have its low tiers. I just think like you could have him still be a low tier, and not make him like so bad, you know, like make it a little bit more fair for him. But that's it. Yeah, like this is a very top heavy Law. I feel like a lot of these characters are just overall fantastic. I think I had a lot more to say than I thought it would. Yeah, it's already been like an hour and a minute. Obviously, update patch will come out soon. I feel like a lot of my opinions on these characters will drastically change. Uh, I'm but God, man, like, Love Beatdown is just amazing. I can't say it enough. Law Beatdown really is just like the peak of what this community can do, and like what a creator can do with their skills. But at the same time, it should not be the standard, because I would not want to push anyone to try as hard as Shad does. Again, Shad has been around for a long time. He can do this, but like, if you with the micro details in every single moveset are like, it's a lot of work to put in. Like, no one should like be trying to match this as their first moveset. Please don't do that. You'll burn yourself out and you'll burn everyone else out trying to get to that first moveset before anything happens. But yeah, that'll be it. I didn't line up whatever roster was next, but I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I'm sorry this took a little bit, but yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, you know, whatever it is over there. Bye-bye!